behind the tree line. Who's going to pop first? Joker. Oh, but they drop the sentry, and here we go. Look at the disruption. One man Joker. He's already been taken down. Two of the BKB pops down the Vengeful Spirit, but 3 dead on the side of VP. They'll find themselves a 4th. And Mike, that sentry.
What did he disrupt? What did the Shadow Demon disrupt?
I think he disrupted the Beastmaster, yeah, to try and stop Mag from getting off his spells.
That is so the wrong way to play that fight as Shadow Demon. Like, all he has to do is disrupt the Jug as soon as that fissure comes out, and he's 100% fine. That was a gigantic misplay by No Fear. There is no way that Juggernaut should have died, even though the sentry was clutch. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah,
like, dropping it and getting this done in the first place was very nice. But if you disrupt that Juggernaut, they have 0 damage on him because as soon as he comes out, he spins. Yeah, they're going to get the courier snipe, but you can definitely tell that, you know, VP might not be playing Shadow Demon so much because that was a very obvious disruption that was just straight up miss.
Yeah. And the thing as well is, you look at Vega's Knight, they didn't need to use Echo Slam for that one. They've still got the Aegis on FN. There's no reason to stop. There's no reason to put the brakes on. Keep going, Vega. Let's see how much more they can get. Tier 3 in the mid's going to drop. It'd be very nice for them to equalize the lane equilibrium here by getting this set of racks in return for what BP were able to claim earlier. The Sprout onto FNG. Moving in, holds one back with the Astral. FN's going to go down once, but he's got that Aegis ready for round 2. Meteor flying through the Deafening Blasters as well, but it's not going to connect onto anyone. G pops the BKB, no messing around. Link for FN, but the swap, it's there. FN is going to be set, but G chasing him down. FN starts to try and turn it, pops the cooldown to hold back the rest of BP, but Yoku, Blade Fury's looking to continue the advance. The Fisher will hold back a little hard and No Fear. Yoku, can he get himself in? But Mag jumps up, trying to chase down G, trying to keep the rest of his team alive solo. Looking for the TP out of the silent, actually cancels it. Thinking about walking back in, but no, he's made a big mistake. Solo goes down. Maybe thinking about trying to find a turnaround Echo Slam there, but the rest of his team were already out of that. And meanwhile, FNG looking for a bit of the rat action on the top lane. But VP, they do hold and they don't lose those racks in the mid lane.
That was, to be honest, they mitigated the disaster pretty well on the side of VP. Like, given the last fight, how badly it went for them, I think they got, what, 4-0'd or something? Lost a lot of heroes.
Oh, they did, yeah, 4 dead.
And that was with Vega having recently snuck the Aegis out from under them, so Vega doing all they can to try to claw their way back in. They do end up sieging the tier 3 and get the melee racks to about half, but ultimately not killing it, losing their Earthshaker and Venge in the process. So I think, honestly, that was still okay for Vega. The fact that they were able to get out on the map, apply some pressure, force VP back into their own base, that's the kind of stuff you need to do to make sure that you win. You can't just play defensive Dota the whole game.
I mean, I think they're heeding to your advice because Vega, they're looking for more. Smoking up again. They're not holding back. They want to try and find another successful fight.
It's going to be a good pick if they can find the Jug.
Yeah, 20 seconds until that Omni's up as well for Yoku.
Mag's got Blink. That OD is nearby.
Yeah, if they can find this wrap around.
They have to go for G, I think. They
Yeah,
can't go for the
he's
Jug.
got to get a good roll, and he will. Jumps in. Yoku's going to be the focus. Meteor jumps above, but there's a disruption. They've also got an Astral from G if he wants to come back in and try and save Yoku. Yoku, Blade Fury. They're not going to be able to save the Jug. He's going to go down. No Fear try for the TP, but Vega chase it, find themselves a second. That is Gem on the deck as well. I'm sure Vega are aware. Oh, yes, Gem will see it now. So that's the Gem. 2 kills, one of them that high priority Jug who was sitting at the top of the board. And I think after that, you know, a close game is starting to tip in favor of Vega with these kind of fights.
Yeah, the smoke caught them off guard for sure. They had no idea it was coming. There's no aggressive vision except for in the... There's a top lane ward, but it's not going to see anything too crazy. I'm really surprised they actually got the kill that easy on the Juggernaut. I definitely underestimated how much damage they deal. The Jug's going for a Scotty as well. FN.
Top lane, indeed, FN. He gets himself out.
It's just a nice thing to do, you know. It's still a pretty long BKB duration. 8 to 7 second BKB. Definitely worth just by using a Rod of Atos charge. But this game's getting a little bit hairy for Virtus.pro. Would have been in a much better position if they just didn't lose that one Roche. Like, so much happened because of that.
Oh, yeah.
They lose the team fight in the jungle. They end up getting their tier 3 taken down. They get pushed back on their side of the map. Everything in Dota is like a small butterfly effect if you want to think about it that way. And obviously the misplay on the disruption didn't help matters either. But Gyro's making his way towards Satanic. It's going to be huge. Not going for the damage build, going for the I want to live build. Which, considering how much damage the Invoker has been doing during these fights, like, no one's played a really solid game 2, and contrary to what he did in game 1 against Virtus.pro. Getting some good combos.
And yeah, I mean, talking about it, but what do you think he's going to go for next with that 5.5k?
Aurora?
Not a chance in hell.
He got the gem off
Shadow
of
Demon.
No Fear as well. That is painful.
Shoot. Nice stuff from Mag, and now Sherma swapping it back. FNG getting the BKB off in time to dodge the magic missile damage and stun. And Sherma, look at the TP. G walks in, they'll get him. They'll take one down. The question is, can they find anything more? Yoku played through. No one actually jumping up onto the high ground here. You have got the Gyro on the back FN trying to go for it, but he just gets taken down there by the Omni Slash. 2 dead on the side of Vega. And VP, they're trying to look for more. Fisher from solo holds back Yoku and G. And blink forward on the OD. He's trying to catch him out, but the blink just in time from Shaker. Solo getting himself away from the grasp of that man. And of course, at the end of the day though, 2 for 1. VP with the favorable kills, but the Beastmaster, Mag, does manage to maintain control of that gem that he picks up from No Fear.
It's such a back and forth game because really neither team has a tremendous amount of vision. I suppose Vega have the advantage in that regard. They have 2 wards up right now. But every time you're playing with no vision against a Beastmaster, the team with the Beastmaster is always going to have just that slight edge in initiation. So Vega finding the picks, getting the important gem, that's going to be huge for them. I honestly still, anyone can take this. It's really just boiling down to who has the better control of the map, who gets the better jump. I'm not really feeling the Shadow Demon in the mid-late game so much. I feel like No Fear is not necessarily in his comfort zone when you're talking about hero picks for him. Because I don't know if they've been running this a lot recently, but we certainly haven't seen it inside of DreamLeague. Like, I don't think I think this is the first game it's actually been played.
Yeah, that we've had it, certainly. Yeah.
Now we'll see what else he can manage to do with this hero as time stretches on. But the rest of VP are still doing quite alright. You know, we're getting closer to Hex there on G. Scotty finished on the Jug. And the Gyro is still not doing a ton of damage, but I suppose the Beastmaster Aura and the Venge help out a lot in that regard. Like, Inner Beast with Vengeance is still quite a bit of DPS.
I guess eyes around the Roshan pit really next. It's about 1 minute until he's back up. Both teams would love to grab it. They certainly would like to grab a kill before that.
I think the Roshan fight might just decide the game, honestly. And they have vision, so they're going for No Fear.
Can't quite catch him there with the Tornado there.
That should pretty much give away that there's a ward, too. Like, you don't blink high ground like that in Tornado unless you have vision. Like, there's no way. So, looking to see that get dewarded soon. Unfortunately, No Fear doesn't have his gem anymore, so... FNG doing his side lane push thing. This is going to help a lot because it's going to make Vega eventually decide if they want to go for Roshan or if they want it back. So VP are scouting out Roche while simultaneously pushing 2 lanes. Vega are actually not in a very good position right now because they're going to eventually have to leave. They can't just sit here, and yeah, here they go. They're going to leave sooner, which is definitely the right call. You can't stick around in that situation, otherwise you end up in the spot where you have to pick between taking base damage or killing Roche instead of just pushing out the lanes before the Roche is up and then being able to contest without losing anything. So good call by Vega for backing up there. And Roshan's going to be spawning any second now. Vega needs to be very, very quick to get to this pit.
They do, because it's going to go down so quickly.
Oh no, did it not see it? Okay, they pinged. Okay, they know. Okay. I wasn't sure if the Sunstrike vision faded, but...
It must have been close.
Yeah, it was very close.
G, he's found himself a bit of action here, but Mac will put the roar out. Magic Missile as well, but there's an Omni Slash flying through for Yoku and Mac.
Oh, the swap!
Oh, just saved, but the Light Strike will finish him. They've found Shoma as well. Great stuff to fight, but now FN coming in with the damage on these Black Cannon. It's so until some of the echoes that doesn't actually catch anyone. The Fisher on to do the Meteor rolling through. Savage is coming out from G, still alive. Man fighting up against the rest of the side of Vega, and only no one surviving on the Invoker.
That echo was like the 10-cent echo. That actually did nothing.
And I think 10 Cent going the way of VP as well.
Yeah, that was a brutal echo. Alright, so Yoku ends the fight with 100% health. And unfortunately, the BKB duration from the Gyro is getting a little bit lower now, and they just didn't have the damage and the coordination really inside of the team fight to take anyone down. I mean, yeah, you get the Lina, but big deal. Killing Aloha Dance at this stage in the game isn't really value, and as I was saying earlier, this Roshan is going to mean a ton. Not just because of the fact that, you know, they won the fight before that, but it's cheese. So now you're looking at FNG, 5,000 gold. G's got his Hex done, has Aegis. The power spike from VP right now is just enormous.
Really, really is. VP, let's see how much they can achieve with this one. You can see them ready to go for action on the bottom lane. The ping's coming out onto the bottom lane of Rax. They'd love to do something here. The full defense is going to be up for Vega. Echo Slam, how long's it on cooldown for? Let's have a look at the man. 55 seconds, of course, after that last fight. So they are going to be limited in that sense. The Fisher coming out, just trying to buy some time. Tornado catching out G. FNG just sprang G up just in case anyone was going to come in with the slaps. VP finding the tier 3 down to half health. Just keeping the vision there with that Sprouts. They could continue to pound away at the tower. And we'll get it. MP forcing them back for a bit, but the healing wall's still up, and VP in full strength, ready to jump. Hex onto no one. The swap from Shover bringing him back, but he already off the Onyx side. Joker don't get it. Yoku finds one with the blade through. He might just find back. Back just gets himself out. Does struggle with the actually punish the jump aggressiveness. 2 buybacks coming out. Can Vega hold? No Fear disrupting himself at the time being. G and FNG looking to get themselves out of the retreat. No Fear should be punished here, and he will. That's the gem going back the way of Vega. They've caught out G as well with a magic missile. Can they finish this one off? No one blinking forward. There'll be an Astral to buy some time for G, but they should be able to find this one Vega, and they do. He's got the Aegis, round 2. How's it looking? The odds for the man on the OD aren't going to be that great, and the stun is there. The control coming out. The Astral himself again, just doing everything he can to buy time. And what?
Nah, he's dead. He's dead.
Oh. Deafening blast to finish off that 6.86 BS. But
Man,
my goodness.
Why were they diving so hard? Like, alright. If you're playing against a team and you get Roshan and you have Cheese, if you slow siege, there's almost nothing Vega can do about it because their Shaker has to go in only when you engage. Like, how is he going to get a good echo if OD and Lina are just hitting the tower with the Furion? And then they dive to the well. Like, Yoku's right outside their well just gets wrecked and then forces the rest of the team in a horrible position. Yeah. I don't know why they dove. Like, they could have slow siege. They had Cheese still on FNG, and they could have just easily taken racks.
I mean, it is, of course, there's going to be the buybacks on cooldown now for Vega. So if VP goes for that again, you know, if they do get the similar kind of fight, because Vega aren't going to have those second lives, it's still good for them.
You can't go all in on a push like that and expect the enemy team to just not have buyout. Like, that's just such a YOLO play. Although I guess it is CIS Dota, right? So.
There we have it. Vega now looking for their own push. FNG with the Sprout onto FN.
It hits really hard.
He's just man finding up here. Shoma will get the swap up, and now Yoku jumping in with the Omni stack. Vega, they've got to be careful. Yoku will blade through. He's actually going to be the one backing up here. Light Strike connects onto no one. Mag jumps in. Raw onto loadout. Fisher as well onto 2. They'll punish the Lina. Lina's down. No buyback available. Yeah, they've got to just be content with that one. Let's see if G blinks in and finds himself anything. Will blink forward. FNG getting the vision there with a Sprout, but the side of Vega pretty speedy on the retreat. They found FN. Tried for the TP out, but he's been hexed up. Solo's there. Jumps in Echo Slam onto 2. Now FN's got to turn around with the flash. Can he get G? And he will. G's down. FNG as well. Vega doing it here on this high ground defense. Can they find themselves more? Blink forward from no one. Looking to control over there. He's trying to do as much as he can with the soul catching the shadow pointer, but FN turns around with the rocket barrage. Will he live? He will. FN survives. They turn it around. VP losing 4. And this time the solo Echo Slam was on point.
Yeah, that was a really good one. He timed it perfectly. I'm actually really amazed they were able to turn it so easily. Because did G just not have his BKB up? Because it's not on cooldown right now. I don't know what the heck happened. That was really strange. But yeah, counter racks coming in. They don't want to expend the buyback on either of their cores right now, but they're going to have to. Yeah, they have to buy back.
They've got to do something at VP. Vega.
Okay, there's no way they can let this go, right? Like, if G doesn't buy back, this Rax is dead.
Yoku's jumping in. Blade Fury onto Solo. They should buy back now from G. Icefall will be dropped, but Yoku waltzes over there with the Magic Community now. G popping the BKB, looking forward to moving in for more Solo. Oh! He got the blink out. Solo is engaged. Laguna will be there to finish off the Evoker, and that is him dead for a good 2 minutes. No buyback available on this man. Vega, they need to win this fight, but they've lost a second. Shoma falling as well on the Vengeful Spirit.
They're going to run straight bottom. Yeah. They need to go, or they can go through mid as well if they want. They can push out the lane and just try to go for the racks.
No Invoker for 100 seconds. VP.
No one has bots, though. So they have to walk all the way across the map, which is going to take a little while. And Echo is actually up in 15, so a good Echo Slam, if VP get overconfident and start like grouping up, Solo can definitely defend with a gyro if they give him the opportunity for an Echo. They need to be very conscious of that.
This is a huge window for the side of Virtus.pro. They've just not got to fluff it up. If Mag can set up Aurora into a nice Echo Slam, but no, they'll set up onto him, jumping into the Hex, and Mag's gone. There's another buyback available, will get himself straight in, and there's your Echo Slam. Catches now G and no fear. G pops the BKBF, and has he got the damage to deal enough against his Odin? He might just, but no, G pops the G, Sasuna back onto FN, that's Jaro down, back as well on a dive back on the Beastmaster. There's a buyback from Solo, but he's the only man left standing at the moment for the side of Vega Squadron, and this could be GG. VP now looking to clean up the rest of these racks on the top lane. It's going to be a two-man defense from Vega. They've got that Echo Slam. Can he do anything big with it? He's going to need a miracle.
He sold all his items and bought a refresher.
Okay. I mean, why not? Last pitch attempt.
All right, let's do it.
They're not going to expect it. They're not going to expect it, VP. If Solo can land this could be an insane play from the man.
I don't know, man. They're Megan. I don't know if it makes.
If he can do something insane with this Echo, he's waiting for the perfect Echo. He really is. 10 seconds, there it is. Jumps in, catches 4, and focus back in tempo. The mate comes out from VP now with the right click. The Monkey King bar from FG doing so much work. He is down as well.
There we go, GG.
It was an admirable attempt there with the sell all items and buy a refresher if all else fails.
That was the most YOLO play, but, you know, if they had anyone else with buyback, I think it might have actually worked.
I mean, as well, we saw at the end, no one was so close to being back alive, and he just ended the game being the only one back on the map. If that was any sooner, and he could follow up that Echo Slam, maybe, just maybe, Vega could have held in. But 46 minutes in, 34 to 39, VP take the game.